And there's the Misled youth.
Well, here we go. Misled youth with Julian Kelevra now in tow. Now, did you think a couple months ago when we saw these wars between Julian Kelevra and Jude McKenzie, did you really think you would see this kind of a tag team match?
Actually, I would have never thought this would have happened in any way, but we have it here today for you guys. Kelevra working with the Misled youth, and they'll be facing off against the Rejects.
And introducing their opponents, representing the Rejects, Pay Clean and Skull.
Here we go. We got two of the Rejects going now in this matchup.
So we have Skull in the ring, Kelevra, and then they're tagging in, taking Kelevra out of the match.
Well, I guess this is a handicap matchup here, 3-on-2. You have two of the Rejects here, Skull Mussolini and Kikling versus Josh Rain, Jude McKenzie, and Julian Kelevra. That's a lot of judge in this matchup, I'll tell you that right now. In the ring right now, we have Josh Rain and Skull Mussolini.
So they're going ahead and locking up right in the middle of the ring. Power to power. And here we go, Josh working on the arm of Skull Mussolini. I think the Rejects are getting a little too confident on themselves, only coming out two of them in this 3-on-2 matchup.
I mean, it's very clear that they have other things to worry about than these guys, and it is what it is, and I think they have this under control as far as is concerned. But I mean, you also do have a bigger man here in Kikling. He's a very tall, powerful looking man. I really wouldn't want to mess with something like that.
Well, let's see if this strategy works for them as Skull is able to get off Josh, pushing him against the ropes, delivering a chop to the chest, separating himself from Josh. So Josh taking advantage, pulling on the ears of Skull Mussolini.
He has till 5 count, and he's working it exactly as he needs to, holding off as much as he possibly can to take Skull Mussolini out of this matchup.
Well, he is working within the rules, so there's nothing I can really say about that, but I cannot agree with those actions. Ducking under the clothesline, Skull Mussolini comes right from behind and delivers a low blow to Skull Mussolini.
I mean, it might not have, you know, he could be very well faking it. You don't really know how low that was.
2 warnings, 2 jewels, suffering. Both gentlemen in the ring.
I mean, if it's clearly it's got to be okay for the referee because she just allowed that to happen.
Twice. Double eye poke. Kelevra tagging in. Mussolini going for the clothesline. Kelevra with a drop kick to Coquelin. Dawkins another, rolls him up. Here's 2 count. Drop kicks. Mussolini getting up on his feet, getting back down on the ground. Kelevra getting tagged out of the ring. And here comes the godlike of the god of
The misled
youth. Yes.
All right, I saw you stammering over your words there. No, it's very simple. He is their leader. He is the mass leader when it comes to the misled youth. And I will say this, he clearly saw that the stubbornness there of Julian Kelevra was not working out for him. He was trying so hard to be the hero, the big savior that everybody wants to cheer behind. It really wasn't working out for him.
Well, great double team moves from the misled youth. And now getting worked on actually by Mussolini. He's thrown off the ropes. Here it comes, clothesline. Mussolini on the ground. Here's the count. Shoulder was up.
It's very obvious that this referee is not exactly a follower of the misled youth here, as he is talking it way too much for him.
Kelevra tags in. Blindsided.
Once again,
Coming
using
in.
his pig-headedness and stubborn to try to get himself over with this crowd. He's trying to work and become the savior and the one that's going to win the match for everybody. And you know what? There you go.
An interchange of words, and Kelevra gets tagged out, and here comes a dangerous double team. Coming with a springboard drop kick to the knee, elbow drop to the back of the head.
Misled youth now
And
in
here
control.
comes shooting star press off the ground, rolling him up for the pin.
Misled youth now clearly in better control of this matchup.
Definitely working on the tag team concept.
Absolutely, they have exactly what they're doing. These teams have gone up and down the entire coast of Florida. They know exactly what they're doing, and it's exactly what they need to do here to keep the rejects down.
So another 1 count. Mussolini is struggling to keep up and is getting beat down by the misled youth.
I would try my hardest to keep the misled youth down as well. They are dangerous, dangerous individuals.
And they're doing the smart thing. They're keeping Mussolini away from Coquelin from getting that fresh tag.
Absolutely, cut yourself off, cut the ring off in half to make sure that the opponent does not be able to tag in their partner. It's very basic psychology.
Another tag in right now as the misled youth is in control of this match, working and using every second from the ref count. Mussolini in a loads of trouble, up to the turnbuckle. Full speed, takes a knee right into the gut. Coquelin reaching in for the tag, and they pull him away from Coquelin. Cocky pin from the misled youth.
Well, no, Jude McKenzie knows what he's doing here. He thinks he has it all in control.
And flares go up. Junos and Kelevra talking in, and here's Coquelin to take advantage.
See?
Kelevra
This
down on the ground.
This goes back to proving my point. He tried so hard to get himself and become the big hero of this matchup, #1 guy. And where did that get him? That got him dropped on the back of his head.
Well, when you don't cooperate with your team member, it definitely does that. Nice moonsault from Mussolini onto Kelevra, going for the pin, and only gets a 2 count.
I agree. If you don't cooperate with your teammates, bad things happen. And not Jude McKenzie and Josh Rain have tried very hard throughout this entire match to cooperate with him. And sure enough, Julian Kelevra does not want to do this. So it's all on him. What happens next, thanks to the rejects, is all on Julian Kelevra.
And here comes the dangerous Coquelin getting tagged into the match. Double team move coming here. Off the ropes. Walking. sidewalk slam with the leg drop from the top rope. And Kelevra in trouble in the middle of the ring.
No, I get him dead center in there, and you know what? It wouldn't shock me.
Oh! And Clint delivering a head knocker of a clothesline to Josh. Kelevra in trouble as Clint is right back on top of him. You can tell Judas doesn't want anything with Clint at the moment. Nice counter by Kelevra, neck breaker. And both Kling and Kelevra are both on the ground.
Well, Julian Kelevra needs to finally get his head in there and put the other members of the Misled Youth in the
Kelevra for the tag, and Judas just backs out and leaves him hanging.
You know what? It's finally about time that Julian Kelevra learns what happens.
Oh, Kelevra distracted, turns around, finds the big boot from Kling. And here comes the tag from the 5-star splash from the top rope of Skull Mussolini. 3 count, and the match is over.
Julian Kelevra wanted to do this all on his own, and now it is nothing but what he said. It is all on him what happened here. He wanted to be the savior, and he couldn't get it done by himself. What a shock.
Well, I don't have to agree with the mentality that the Misled Youth has. But if you're working as a tag team, you gotta work in a tag team to be able to get out of it alive. And instead, Kelevra is now in the middle of the ring, getting a beatdown from the Rejects.
Well, this is not their fight. Julian Kelevra wanted to get involved in this, wanted to fight him off, and now it's exactly what he did.
But here comes...
See, look at that. They have honor. They have honor. They're fighting him off. They saw exactly what was going on, and they didn't want to double-team assault on this poor guy.
Well, they did stop it. Maybe I might be wrong of this Misled Youth.
Of course you were wrong.
I'm waiting. Come on. Get in this ring.
Oh, I don't control your choices.
Come on, get in
You
this
did
ring.
that yourself. We
So
won.
Kelevra gets saved right here by the Misled Youth.
We're the winners.
Skull Kling winning the match.
Won this place.
That's right. Come on, get in this ring.
Well, they're fending him off, and they're working very hard to do this one. And look, I believe Julian Kelevra is now extending his hand for...
We have your back as long as you have ours.
It's true. It's true. If you didn't hear him, he said, we have your back as long as you have ours.
You sold me out. You sold me out.
Well, there you go.
Well, he is not agreeing in any way, but can't disagree that the Misled Youth actually had his back, and
Absolutely.
I can't go against that. No matter if I don't believe his ideology. Oh, Misled Youth turns on Kelevra.
Oh, I don't know so much.
Right.
I mean, clearly Julian Kelevra never had their best interest in mind to begin with.
The hard way. I'm going to break you and fix you.
See, this is all just to help Julian Kelevra. You can hear him. He's trying to put the gospel of the Misled Youth into Julian Kelevra.
Or do you mean help as in delivering him into the hospital? He just drove his head into the mat.
Whatever needs to be done. Sometimes it's tough love.
Like I said, I don't agree with the ideologies of Judas, Josh, and this Misled Youth over here. As they're taking advantage of a down Kelevra.
Come on, guys, stop.
No, you stop. Yeah, dress him like a baby.
And just mocking the world, showing off.
You guys have your fun. Come on.
They finally got their message across and worked hard to get over on Julian Kelevra, and now maybe this is finally the wake-up call Julian Kelevra needs to work with the Misled Youth.
Or maybe this might be the fire that Kelevra needs.
That fire sounds like it's an itch that he needs to get scratched.
Well, we'll see next time to see what happens to this, as Kelevra is being helped right to the back. And soon enough, we'll be getting ready for the next match.
How many more matches?
Should be 2 left.